Se acercan las elecciones para elegir quién nos representará en la Asamblea General y necesitamos hacer un plan de cómo vamos a votar y por quién. Tenemos que unirnos y votar por el demócrata Joshua Cole. Como delegado y pastor local, Joshua Cole está de nuestro lado y cuando lo elegimos en el 2019, sabíamos que iba a cumplir. En Richmond, luchó para expandir el acceso al cuidado médico a bajo costo, redujo los precios de las medicinas recetadas y limitó el costo de la insulina. También ayudó a aumentar el salario mínimo por primera vez en 10 años en Virginia. La educación es una prioridad para Joshua, porque él sabe que nuestros hijos son el futuro. Entonces no espere. Puede votar temprano hoy, porque quien nos representa es importante y necesitamos al demócrata Joshua Cole como nuestro representante en la Asamblea General. Pagado y autorizado por Cole for Virginia.
Judge for the first time. I'm Shayna Stulin.
Advice is changing on the use of low-dose aspirin to prevent heart attacks. We'll talk live with CNN senior health editor Maggie Fox at 5:10.
And on Wall Street, the Dow closed down 118.
It's 5 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Matt Piper in New York. A coroner in Wyoming has released autopsy results for Gabby Petito, whose family reported her missing 1 month ago yesterday.
More than 3 weeks after Gabby Petito's body was found near the Grand Teton National Park.
The cause, death by strangulation, and manner is homicide.
Teton County, Wyoming medical examiner Dr. Brent Blue says she was killed long before her remains were found September 19th.
The body was outside for 3 to 4 weeks.
Petito was reported missing September 11th. Her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, disappeared shortly after that and is a person of interest, but hasn't been charged with her killing. Peter King, CBS News.
We are following breaking news in Memphis, Tennessee. The FBI is on the scene of a shooting at a post office. WREG-TV's Joni Lewis is there.
MPD is telling us that they are here clearly working with the FBI and USPS. There are no active threats, and it's currently secured out here.
No word yet on any injuries. An aspirin a day may not be what the doctor orders anymore. Dr. John Wong is part of an expert panel with the U.S. Preventative Services Task Force.
Based on the latest evidence, we now recommend that people 60 years and older should not start to take aspirin because the harms cancel out the benefits.
Republican governors in several states are trying to get in the way of federal vaccine mandates. Texas's Greg Abbott has issued an order that says no entity may compel someone to get the shot.
I'm Stephen Portnoy at the White House, where the press secretary accuses GOP officials in several states of ignoring their obligations to constituents.
Putting politics ahead of public health.
Jen Psaki notes several large private employers have already implemented vaccine mandates, even though the forthcoming OSHA rule hasn't been written. The White House says it's sure that rule will hold up in court.
Bottom line is we're going to continue to implement the law.
Psaki says federal rules written under federal law will trump actions in the states.
The FDA may authorize more booster shots when its members meet Thursday and Friday. More from CBS's Laura Podesta.
Among the questions health experts are expected to address, how much vaccine should be in the Moderna booster? The drug maker says 50 micrograms, half of what was in the original 2 doses, should be enough. There are also questions about when people should get the Johnson & Johnson booster. The company submitted data for options at 2 months or at 6 months after the original single-dose vaccination.
Steve Harwell, singer for Smash Mouth, says he is retiring.
Hey now, you're an all-star.
Reports are he's had recent health challenges. A performance over the weekend showed him slurring and yelling at concert goers. The Dow lost 118. This is CBS News.
Indeed helps find great hires fast. Indeed is your all-in-one platform for interviewing, screening, and hiring high-quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
5:03 on WTOP on this October 12th, 2021, Tuesday. We're still cool. We're 70 degrees in Washington. And good afternoon. I'm Sean Anderson.
I'm Hillary Howard. Now to our top local story this hour. It's been a week since 2 girls and their dad were hit by a Jeep as they walked to school in Northeast D.C. They are all injured, and one of the children will need to have facial surgery. Today, the D.C. Council held a hearing on a bill that would make streets safer for kids as they go to and from school. Some parents say that bill, though, doesn't go far enough.
In speaking to the district's Vision Zero goal to reach 0 pedestrian deaths by 2024, Mayor Muriel Bowser noted how children getting to and from school are part of that equation.
All of us want our children to be able to walk to school or walk to the bus.
Board of Education member Jessica Sutter was one of many who testified to the D.C. Council on a bill to expand the hours of the Office of Safe Passage that ensures kids get to and from school safely.
Align your suggested safe passage expansion to the district's work on addressing traffic violence via Vision Zero.
Parent Simone Scott is glad the bill also requires the city provide a shuttle bus from the metro to schools in some areas.
There are not enough crossing guards to support kids east of the river.
Megan Cloherty, WTOP News.
The Navy nuclear engineer from Annapolis accused of trying to smuggle and sell sensitive secrets will be staying in jail for now. Jonathan Tebby and his wife Diana made their first court appearance in West Virginia today.
The judge says the two could each face life in prison. Jonathan Tebby is accused of smuggling out U.S. submarine secrets a few pages at a time and leaving memory cards with the info at drop-offs, including one hidden in half a peanut butter sandwich. According to charging documents, he thought he was leaving it for someone from an unnamed country. It was an undercover FBI agent. His wife Diana is accused of helping him, including being his lookout. On Friday, they'll have their next hearing to determine whether or not they'll continue to be detained. Shayna Estulin, WTOP News.
Now to Campaign 2021 on WTOP, and we have a message for Virginians.
Do you need to register to vote? Do you need to update your address? Today is the deadline if you want to vote in November's second gubernatorial election.
That's Fairfax County's General Registrar, Scott Konopasek. He says if you're not registered by the end of the day, you will not be able to vote in the election. Now, it's all ready to do so in person. That clock ran out 5 minutes ago. However, you can still register online, and you've got until midnight to do it.
Well, in the Virginia governor's race, Terry McAuliffe, the Democratic nominee, is bringing out some big political names to try to boost his campaign, as it is in a dead heat with Republican Glenn Youngkin.
With the latest polling showing an extremely close toss-up race between McAuliffe and his Republican opponent Glenn Youngkin, McAuliffe is looking for help, and former President Barack Obama is stepping in. He'll campaign with McAuliffe in Richmond on October 23rd, 10 days before Election Day. This week, McAuliffe campaigns with First Lady Jill Biden, despite McAuliffe saying last week that President Biden's falling approval ratings have created a challenge for Democrats in the state.
We are facing a lot of headwinds from Washington. As you know, the president is unpopular today, unfortunately, here in Virginia.
McAuliffe will be with the First Lady in Richmond on Friday. Nick Einelli, WTOP News.
Keep it here on WTOP. Millions of Americans routinely take a baby aspirin to prevent a heart attack or stroke, but the advice on that is changing, and we'll check in with CNN's Maggie Fox. 5:06.
In a world of change, one thing stays the same. Novac's base rates have remained unchanged for a decade, even as people use more electric devices than ever before. Novac continues to keep rates low and reliability high. Novac holds base rates down, even as other prices climb, because you have enough change in your life. Novac, keeping life bright.
Washington is full of strange bedfellows these days, like liberal politicians, now thick as thieves with big health insurers. The same corporate cronies accused of overcharging Medicare for billions of dollars. All of them now pushing Nancy Pelosi and Bernie Sanders' phony health care schemes. Why? Because it allows politicians to raid funds meant for Medicare, while giving big insurers another financial windfall. That's why it's time to stop the real scam on seniors.
Paid for by Commitment to Seniors, an American commitment.
Cybersecurity threats are happening in every industry. But when it happens to you, it's...
If you're struggling with alcohol or drugs, Recovery Centers of America can help. RCA's local inpatient and outpatient programs are founded on science and delivered with heart from an expert, caring team who will inspire and guide you every step of the way. Call 1-888-RECOVERY now to speak with a treatment advisor. At RCA, you'll be in a community that builds connections and fosters support from peers and RCA's team of medical professionals and recovery support specialists. At RCA's state-of-the-art campuses outside of D.C. and on the eastern shore of Maryland, they tailor your treatment to you and also offer specialized programs for patients with history of trauma, for patients who have achieved recovery but are experiencing a relapse, for young adults, adults 50 years and older, and for LGBTQ plus patients who wish to seek treatment without worry of stigmas. RCA answers the phone and accepts patients 24/7, and because it's local local and in-network with insurance providers, treatment is affordable and accessible. Don't wait. Call 1-888-RECOVERY today.